Hi everyone, welcome to the SMT TV channel. Okay, please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell on the right side to get a notification as and when I have a latest video. Show me some love, please like, subscribe and click the bell video. See you inside the channel. Hi everyone, this is Collin here, CollinSeow here. I'm previously a remiser with Philips Securities for 12 years. I'm also a certified financial technician, at the same time a chartered portfolio manager. Today I want to share a little bit about what is trading. Okay, so in trading there are two main ways of actually analyzing the charts. The first way is what we call fundamental analysis, okay, and the other way is called technical analysis. So in fundamental analysis, the main idea is to look for value. Okay, what is the value of a certain stock? Let's say we're looking at a stock, let's say ComfortDelGro. What is the value of this stock? And we want to find out the intrinsic value of that stock using different way of or different models we call. Okay, example, we use a dividend, we can use cash flow, we can use assets to calculate what is the intrinsic value of a stock. Then from there, we try to look for stocks that are below the intrinsic value. So once a stock is below the intrinsic value, then it will be called undervalued. So the idea of fundamental analysis is first thing to find the intrinsic value of a stock, and then after that to be able to buy stocks that are below the intrinsic value. Okay, so to buy undervalued stocks. That's for fundamental analysis. Okay, the second part about technical analysis. So in fundamental analysis, they're looking at value, buying undervalued stock. For technical analysis, they do not do that. What they do is they look at things like your price. Okay, what's happening to the price? What's happening to the volume? And using the past prices to analyze or to predict the future price. Okay, so basically they look at the chart, they look at the price, and then using that chart, using patterns, they determine where the price is going into the future. Okay, so there are two main ways of actually learning how to analyze a stock, and from there you want to look for edge of analyzing the stock. Okay, so for fundamental analysis, there are some challenges with this method. Okay, the first method is the fundamental analysis. The challenge is sometimes it's very subjective. Okay, even though you find a stock that is undervalued, does it mean that it will rise the very next day after you buy? No, right? It depends on when people recognize its value. So sometimes people share with me, hey Collin, it's very easy to buy stock. Just buy low, sell high. True enough or not? If let's say you buy low, sell high, will you always make money? Sometimes you buy the stock low, right? But what happens to the stock? It can go lower. Okay? So these are some of the challenges with fundamental analysis. And because it's very subjective, it's very hard to actually practice in real life. Even though you find that maybe Warren Buffett is buying this stock, it's a good value stock, but it doesn't mean that once you buy it, it will definitely rise in value. And a lot of times, low can get lower. True or not? Okay. So for technical analysis, okay, which is how I move from fundamental to technical also, it's quite interesting field. It's quite a new field. Okay. But in technical analysis, the school of technical analysis is still very big. There's maybe a few thousand indicators, different way of analyzing the chart. So at the end of the day, it's still very subjective. You do not know exactly which place to enter. And even, let's say, example, it's a skill, right, that you have to acquire. Okay, looking at the charts, analyzing the charts to see where the price is going. But at the end of the day, you also need to have a conclusion. You need to decide which method to use in the technical analysis, whether you want to use moving averages, chart patterns, candlestick, but at the end of the day, you must develop into your own idea of how to analyze the chart. A lot of people, the challenge is for a lot of people, when they are learning about technical analysis, some of them give up too easily. Okay? Another part of our technical analysis, the challenge of technical analysis is really, because there is so many things to learn, you can keep analyzing the chart, right? And then after a while, you don't take action. This is what we call analysis paralysis. You can't even take action for that particular chart. So the challenge lies here that we have fundamental analysis, we have technical analysis, we have disadvantage for both. So what is my conclusion from all this? See, I come from a space, right, that I already have done quite a bit of work in fundamental analysis. I was previously a remiser. About 14 years ago, I was a remiser for 12 years, or stockbroker for 12 years. I've cleared all the tests to become a qualified remiser. and we will teach you how to actually qualify or how to look at the value of the stock. Okay, but after doing that and going into the technical field, technical analysis field, I've did my certification. I've used technical analysis for more than 20 years. But at the end of the day, my conclusion is like that. Okay, what is the greatest enemy in trading? What do you think? What do you think is the greatest enemy in trading? The greatest enemy in trading is not about just analyzing the stock. Yes or no? Because trading there is a lot of what? Emotions. You have a lot of emotions, your greed and your fear. You have greed and fear. A lot of times it's not that you don't know what to do, but when you meet with the situation, your greed come in, you make money but you want to make more, your greed come in. Or when you lose money, you're fearful, you cut loss at the wrong time, okay? So a lot of times it's about what? Managing these emotions. You must be able to manage this emotion. That's the reason why about 14 years ago or more than that, I actually developed a system. Initially, it's for me to actually help me to get out of this debt. Okay, the story is because I was actually a remiser. Many years ago I was a remiser, and one of my clients actually incurred a 250,000 contra loss. I was only 6 months in the industry. Okay, and I was trading on my own. But because of this contra loss that I have to pay off, this $250,000 I have to pay off, I actually changed my way of trading. Instead of doing technical analysis, which I was trading a bit full-time, okay, I actually changed my way of trading and actually look into a system, okay, how I can use a system to help myself. So, okay, what's the reason you need to use a system? What is a system in the first place? The system is when the entry rules and the exit rule are already predetermined, okay, before the entry, or what we call systematic trading. Okay, I have this book called The Systematic Trader, which are sold, reprinted for 5 times, and a bestseller too. And in this systematic trading book, systematic trader book, I actually mentioned about managing your emotions and how to have a back-tested system. Okay, maybe in the later video I can share with you what this system is about. Okay, but what is a system exactly? When you know the ways of enter and exit, your entry and exit, you actually can back test. Do you know what is back test? Basically, the idea is to test your idea in the market based on the data of the past. Let's say, example, I have this rule. I know I buy please don't use this rule, but let's say, example, I have this rule that I want to buy stock on Monday and I'll sell stock on Friday. Okay, and I test the idea. If I were to buy all the stocks on Monday and sell the stocks on Friday over a period of less than 20 years, will I be profitable? Will I make money? And if I test this right, and there is an edge over buy and hold, after a period of time, let's say 20 years, I have an edge over buy and hold, then in the future, I will follow the rules. That means if it's on Monday, I'll buy the stock, Friday, I'll sell the stock. But this is not it's not a strategy that have edge. But what I'm sharing with you all here is to look for ideas that have an edge in the market. Okay, you need to have an edge in the market, and you need to have a back-tested system. Okay, so this is my little sharing about first fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Why is both having some challenges, and the most important thing is how to manage this emotion. And you can manage this emotion through using a system. Once you have a system, your entry rules, your exit rules are already predetermined. So in the future, there's no more emotions to know when to enter and exit a trade. Okay, and from there, because you can manage your emotion better, you can actually trade better too. Okay, so this is my little sharing today. Okay, hope it's useful for you, and see you in the next video.